The Shattered Compass. Book 2, Echoes of the Abyss. Chapter 1, The Return of the Compass. Moonlight shivered across the sea serpent as Myra awoke to a sound she hadn't heard since the Ashen Coast. The compass, locked away in Captain Riven's quarters, was pulsing again. Its glow creeped out from beneath the door, painting eerie shadows on the walls. Lena slipped into the hallway, clutching her scarf. "You feel that?" she whispered. Jorah nodded as he passed, jaw tense. "Something calls. The world isn't finished with us." Riven, eyes haunted by old choices, met them at the door. He held the compass, and its green light revealed a new riddle carved into its face. When echoes and shadow awaken the sea, seek what was lost in the heart of memory. Before dawn, a messenger arrived, a battered sailor from the northern tribes, carrying a scrap of parchment painted in the same shimmering ink as Myra's map. "Ships sink in the northern swells," the messenger gasped, "and voices call from below. Only those who have seen the compass are summoned." The sea serpent, patched and resolute, set course for the frigid northern waters, as the crew braced for a different kind of darkness. Chapter 2, The Frozen Deep. Glaciers crowned the horizon, splinters of silver amid a sea black as midnight. As the chill seeped into the wood, Myra's map began to fracture, green lines spidering outward, leading toward an islet shaped like a broken ring. On the night they arrived, the silence was absolute, but beneath the ice, strange shapes glittered, a city, inverted, drifting below reality. Lena's voice quavered, "How do we reach that?" Jorah pointed to an ancient gate carved into the glacier's heart, etched with the symbol of the compass and unfamiliar runes. Captain Riven read the warning aloud. "Once entered, time is unmade and memory reborn. Choose what you fear, or the abyss will choose for you." With lanterns and courage, the explorers entered the ice gate, stepping into a world where past and future twisted together. Chapter 3, Trials of Memory. Inside, each explorer faced visions of their own lives. Jorah in the forge where his family fell to raiders, Lena in the storm that split her from her brother, Myra reliving the day she stole the map from the Duke's vault, Riven held in a lost embrace with a love he left behind. The compass spun in the center, emitting waves of light that forced truth and regret into the open. Only by sharing their stories, accepting both guilt and forgiveness, could they move deeper into the city beneath the ice. At the lowest chamber, they found the Echo, an artifact twin to the compass, but filled with memories stolen from all who'd sought power. To heal the world's wounds, the heroes must reunite shadow and light, compass and echo, and confront the abyss itself. Chapter 4, The City of Reflections. The path through the glacier opened onto impossible halls, a city built from ice and mirror, shimmering with forgotten lives. Every wall reflected not just the explorers' faces but memories, fears, and hopes, fracturing their thoughts as they passed. Lena hesitated at the entrance, her form split into 100 shimmering images. What if these mirrors only show what we're afraid everyone else will see? Myra clasped her shoulder. "If we move together, the mirrors show truth, not just fear." In the heart of the city, the echo pulsed atop a frozen pyramid. A guardian emerged, an ancient spirit, half woman, half swirl of shifting frost, her eyes glinting with centuries of sorrow. She spoke in a language Myra only half understood, but the meaning was clear. To unite the compass and echo, you must surrender a secret never spoken. Only then will shadow and memory merge. Jorah's deep voice cut the silence. "If strength is built from understanding, not hiding, then I will begin." He revealed his deepest regret of abandoning family during a raid. The spirit twisted, the echo flaring bright blue, as each explorer, Lena, Myra, then Riven, spoke their buried truths. The pyramid cracked, the echo fused with the compass, sending a wave of energy through the city. But above, the glacier groaned, the balance between memory and reality strained. Chapter 5, The Abyss Opens. The newly merged artifact unleashed a vortex above the city. The explorers felt the world tear, a chasm opening between ice and sea, history and possibility. Old legends and lost mariners emerged from the abyss, some pleading for rescue, others seeking vengeance. Captain Riven took charge, rallying the crew and protecting both artifact and friends. We survived together, or not at all. They fought swirling spirits, navigated collapsing tunnels, and braved the echoes that threatened to erase them from existence. Myra used the compass and echo to find safe passage, fusing her knowledge with trust in the others. Finally, the explorers escaped the City of Reflections as the vortex collapsed, sealing the abyss, for now. Chapter 6: A New Legacy. As dawn broke over the fractured ice, the sea serpent floated toward warm currents, the artifact pulsing quietly with new wisdom and future hope. Lena leaned against the rail, watching the sun rise. We changed the city and ourselves. Maybe now we can finally steer our own stories, not just chase old legends. Jorah nodded, smiling. Whatever awaits, I trust our compass. Myra pressed the fused compass and echo to her heart, knowing their journey was far from over. From the shadows of the abyss, a faint song rose, a call for heroes yet to come, and mysteries yet to be solved. Chapter 7: The Song of Old Stars. The sea serpent, navigated by Riven and guided by Myra's artifact, sailed beyond the familiar seas. Nights filled with strange constellations overhead, the so-called Old Stars, said to watch over the world's fate. The compass glowed whenever those stars shimmered, drawing their course toward a hidden archipelago. Lena felt uneasy. It's almost like someone or something wants us to find them. Jorah agreed, his grip tight on the helm. We're being tested, not just led. Arriving at the islands, the explorers found ruins inscribed with star maps and forgotten prophecies. A hidden chamber beneath one hill held a relic, the Starstone, said to amplify the compass's powers, but dangerous in unworthy hands. A vision swept over Myra as she touched it. She saw glimpses of possible futures, some bright, most terrifying. The compass corrupted, the seas rising, the sea serpent torn asunder. Chapter 8: The Gathering Storm. No sooner had they recovered the Starstone than new ships appeared, mercenaries, guided by stories leaked from port traders. Among them, a shadowy figure claimed descent from ancient kings whose throne the explorers had unwittingly unraveled. Riven called for unity. We do not defend treasure, but the freedom to choose our own destinies. Battles raged among yawning reefs. Lena and Myra combined their skills, using artifact magic and clever tactics to defend the crew. Jorah held the line against overwhelming odds. In the chaos, the compass pulsed, opening a pathway across the waves, showing allies the lost truths they needed to break free and enemies their own folly. Chapter 9: Beyond the Horizon. With foes defeated or turned away, the explorers gathered at sunset. The fused compass, echo, and starstone now held the wisdom and memory of a dozen worlds. But the visions Myra saw lingered, darkness if the artifact fell into the wrong hands, hope if it was guarded and shared. Riven spoke as the stars came out. Our story never truly ends. It only grows echoes like those stars across time and water. Together they sailed on, knowing the greatest mysteries and dangers were yet to come. Each sunset promised both challenge and renewal. And somewhere behind them, islands bloomed and legends thrived, proof that their journey made the world itself braver, stronger, and new. Chapter 10: The Library of Tides. Guided by the fused compass, the crew sailed into uncharted seas where the water shimmered like glass. One night, the artifact's glow intensified, revealing a swirling portal beneath the waves. With cautious preparation, Myra led the team through in a rowboat, descending into the depths. They emerged in an astonishing cavern. Shelves carved from coral and pearl stretched in every direction, stacked with glowing books and artifacts supposedly lost to storm, war, and time. It was the Library of Tides, a mythic place where all memories, both joyful and sorrowful, are preserved. Lena gently handled a book that openly recounted the earliest days of her own childhood. Jorah found weathered journals describing his ancestors' heroics. Riven retrieved a scroll that told the true story of the compass and starstone, revealing that their artifacts were meant to unite not just seas, but peoples divided by old wounds. The library's guardian, a wise old figure made of living light, greeted them. Knowledge is a river, hoard it and it stagnates, share it and it gives life. The explorers each contributed a tale of their own, earning the right to carry new wisdom to the world above. Chapter 11: The Unraveling. Back on the Sea Serpent, the crew discovered that their ship had changed during their time below. The wood was firmer, the sails bluer, ancient runes now glinted along the mast, as if the library's magic had remade their home to fit their journey. As they journeyed onward, the compass and starstone began to react unpredictably. In one storm, a whirlpool opened, but instead of drawing them under, it spat out fragments of other realities, glimpses of battles, alliances, even their own doubles. The world, it seemed, was unraveling, torn between futures. Even as old friends and ports welcomed them as legends returned, the explorers sensed an urgent choice: restore the balance between memory and possibility, or risk losing themselves and their world to chaos. Chapter 12: The Final Bridge. Following the last CL,